Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Scrapbook Sunday 101, Rose Ward, StampersDelight.com. I'd like to remind you of our Sweet Delicious Fun Fold Club that Donna Gray in Australia and I are running, and the information is below. So today we are going to get started. And for today's video, what I'm using is the new upcoming waves of the ocean. And this is also my March online class. So you're going to want to see and read the description below of the class also. This is available March 1st to customers, and it is a collection while supplies last. So let me bring in the first page that I did. And I've already done the page itself. I'm just going to add some pictures here first, and then I'm going to do a second page for a 2-page layout. So I already have my matting here, and I have already cut some pictures that I want to put in there. And this is from my trip to Maui, my incentive trip. So let's go ahead and do this first, okay? And then I'll show you how I did the page, and we'll do the other page. So this picture is my husband. I thought that looked nice with the ocean there behind it. And then I have another picture here from our luau. And I'm going to go ahead and add that. So you can cut your pictures down to whatever size you need them. This collection is amazing. There's some designer series paper, the bundle, some great gems, and also some foil paper. So this would be my one page right here. You see I have the ocean there and the sky. So let's put that aside for a second and let's do the second page. So I'm going to start with a large piece of Coastal Cabana. I'm also going to bring in one of my brushes, my blending brushes. And then I am going to layer a piece of white on top of that, 12 by 12. I'm going to cut that down. And I'm just going to trim off a little bit on each side so that I can use that as another layer. That looks like I cut that a little crooked maybe, but we'll see how it turns out. So this would layer right inside there. Nope, that's good. Okay, so that's going to be the start. But before I do that, I'm going to add some color to the sky. I'm going to bring in some paper here. Now, for this, I am going to use the Coastal Cabana, and I'm just going to ink that up. Let's move that out of the way. I'm going to tap some of that off because I don't want it real dark. And I'm just going to swirl some color in here for the sky. You may not be able to see that real well, but it's just adding a little color here. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to grab my little bird stamp, which is over here. Let me grab that. And there's my little bird. And then I'm going to add some clouds, which I've already cut out. So let me grab a few of those. Put those right here. And I'm going to put my clouds on here, and then I'm going to add some little birds. So let me just grab my dimensionals for that. And for this one, I'm just going to use the minis. And I'm going to take a few minis here and add those to some of the clouds. So let's start with that one. And just put some of these around here. I'm going to start with the larger ones. And when you get this bundle, you'll see that the clouds have a little of a embossed image on them. there. Grab another large one. I'll put that right there. Get that little piece out of there. Oop, let me just grab that. Okay, so we're going to put that one right there. Then I'll grab some of the smaller clouds. Again, one-dimensional really does work with this. I'm just going to add these. I don't want to go too far down because I want enough room for my pictures. I'm going to add that one right there. Now, I don't know if you can see the little blue, but there is a little bit of blue there. I'm going to go ahead and grab my, I'm going to use my Memento here. And I'm going to add some of these little birds. I'm going to stamp off. I don't want them real dark. Okay. Put that aside. Now I've already cut some of these waves out, but I'm going to cut one more out so I can show you what I did with that. So what I did was I took my wave, and you can use either the large block or the Stamparatus. Just going to ink that up with my Bermuda Bay because it's a little bit darker. And I'm just going to stamp that right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to trim that. I don't need the whole piece. And I'm just going to do a little fussy cutting here. Okay, move those clouds out. And then I'm going to bring back my piece of white that I'm working with, and I am going to grab the rest of the ones that I've already cut so that I can add these on. And I did 9 of them. You can do as many or as little as you want, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add those to the bottom of my page here like this. So I would be adding them about like that, and then I'll add a last one over here. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to glue. I'd like to just glue the bottom down first and start right in the corner. And then the next one can go right underneath there. Just to lift that up a little bit so I can, pull that in, bring it down. Okay, that would go right here. So whichever way works for you. For me, I like to put it in here like this, and then slide the others in. Once I have that down, I'm going to add a little glue here to hold that in place. I'm going to go back and add some glue here after I get the waves in there. And we'll slide this one in there. I am going to trim those off. And then the last one. I'm going to tuck that one right in there. I am going to have to cut that off. Okay, so there's the start of my waves. Now I'm going to flip that over. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this off here. These are not the best scissors. I should have grabbed my other scissors. Okay. Let's take that piece out of there. I'm just going to stop for 1 second and grab my correct scissors for that. I apologize. Let's just get the right scissors. Okay. And I'm just going to go back and trim that off again. Okay. There we go. Okay, now these little pieces that are sticking up, I'm just going to go ahead and add some glue here. You can use whatever adhesive works for you. Glue those down. Okay, so now on the first page let me bring that one back in. I did quite a few waves here. This one I might only do one set. I could add more because I have them, but I'm not sure I want to do that yet. So let's just take this off and grab the pictures that I want to use and some matting. So again, I have the Coastal Cabana, and I have a couple of pictures here that I think I'm going to use. So I have to figure out where I want these. That's me and Shelly and some of our friends. So I'm going to cut the pictures down first. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff I don't need. So let's start with this one. I'm going to go ahead and trim this one off. This is Reggie and Rick. And then I'm going to take the top of this off right here. Me and Shelly. And then I have me and Monica. And I love that part of it. So let's take some of this off the bottom first. And then just a little bit off the top, and I'll see how that works. Okay, so these are the sizes. Let's see if they all fit. Okay, so they're not going to fit like that. So let's go down. We can put those right by the ocean. Yeah, here we go. And then we can layer those like that. Okay, now I'm going to bring in this piece again. And I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to trim some more yet because I haven't done this page. So this is the way I mat them. I'm just going to grab this. Just have a little bit of color showing right there. And then this one I can fit right here. And then I'll cut those. And that one's going to go right there. Okay, I'm going to bring in the paper trimmer again. And I am going to cut these. So let's cut that one right in that tray, right about there. And we'll cut this one down too. And then let's cut this one. I'm going to cut a little bit off of the bottom there. I just need a little bit of that color to show through. And then Monica and I. Okay, so now move that out of the way. And then see how I can arrange these. I'm going to put that one over the side there. And I think we were going to put this one down there. You see I got that one like tucked in the ocean part. And then this one here. We don't want to hide them. So maybe we'll do it this way. Not sure which way I want to do it now. I might have to make a whole nother page. Let's tuck this one over here. Nope, don't like that one either. I think this one's going to go here. And then this one can go right here. So you see I'm overlapping. There we go. I like that one. So I'm going to start with the guys. And I'm going to tuck that down here. This can go up here even more. Yeah, there we go. Tuck that right under there. So we'll put this one down. I'll put that one as far over as I can, right here. Maybe even tuck that down in the waves a little bit. And then the one of Shelly and I. You can see I'm going to cover up some of those birds, but that's okay. There, I think I like it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. This way I'm not covering up anybody. Yeah, I like that. So that would go right on top of my 12 by 12 Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. You don't need a lot of the Stampin' Seal. That's what I like about it. And I'm going to add that right there. Okay, now I think I want to bring in that little pelican. This was a little piece of our cork paper I had left. So I think I'm going to add one of those little pelicans. So I'm going to grab that and just grab a piece of white that I have here, left over from something else. I am going to again grab the Memento and use my little pelican guy right there. And then I am going to grab some gray. These are our blends. This is my light smoky slate. I don't even have to do the light and the dark because it is a small image. And then I'm going to grab my Daffodil Delight, which is the dark for the beak. And grab the smoky slate again. And for this time, I'm going to use the other side of that, the brush side. Just to show you how to use that one. I'm going to grab the die for that. And I am going to bring in my little mini embossing machine. And this goes on sale, 20% off on March 1st. Definitely a great deal. Love the little mini. The larger dies don't fit on it, but the small ones do. And it's great for traveling. I'll be taking this to California the next time I go see my Cali kids. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. There's my little pelican. Bring that back in, and I am going to set that right here, right in the middle there. And I think I'm going to glue that down flat without dimensionals. And right here, I have a 2-page layout. Now, I did cut out one of these dies that also are with that set. And I'm going to grab, let's see if this one writes. Our black markers work great, but this one does too. I'm going to put Maui 2021. And that I'm going to use as my journaling piece. Now, I think I'm going to add this just so it shows up better. So let me just cut that. Let's see. I'm going to glue it first. Put that right on that piece. And then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer and trim that off. All right. So this is just a little journaling. Not that I'm going to forget where I was, right? And for this, I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. This one I have my large dimensionals. Oop, that piece does not belong there. So let me go ahead and grab these. This is if you were in Maui, this is a great set to use for your scrapbook pages. Okay, so this would be my first page. This is the second. On this one, I did add some Wink Stella. And it would look like this. Now, I also have some of those great gems, the rhinestones that go with this. So I'm going to add some of those. And you can see we have the 3 colors, light and dark. I'm going to actually use the ones that look like the Coastal Cabana or our Coastal Cabana. I'm going to use these right here. And I'm going to put one large one right here, and then just add a couple of the others around there. I like my gems. So there I've added some of the gems. And on this one I'll add a few also. Let's just do that. This piece just, there we go. I'm just adding a few of these gems around here to brighten it up. And then maybe a couple down here. There you go. Look at that. Cute pages done with the new Waves of the Ocean collection. Still shots will be on my blog, stampersdelight.com. I'll also have some on, I'll put them on Facebook also. But there you have a great scrapbook page using that collection. So I hope you enjoyed this segment of Scrapbook Sunday 101. And don't forget to catch me on Facebook and YouTube. And subscribe to my YouTube channel so you know when I upload a new video or I go live. Until the next time, keep on scrapbooking, scrapbookers. Bye.